Take in your breath. Perhaps you're outside like I am. Perhaps you can transport yourself to your favorite place, be it somewhere outside or inside. What good can you take from your favorite place and bring it into your practice today? Tuck the chin down to the chest. Move the right ear over towards the right shoulder and then keep going. Do a full head circle. Go 2 times in the same direction. Go 2 times in the second direction. And keep the chin down to the chest. Take both hands behind the head. Push the head slightly into the hands. Safe stretch from the top of the spine leading down to the tailbone. Pull your navel in towards the spine to experience a sense of strengthening in the front side of the body here. And we'll release the hands, lift the head, open the eyes. Flow side to side. Take the right hand out, reach over. And we'll do this a few times, side to side. No wrong way to do this, just kind of moving with the breath. One more time. And then come back to your center and reach both hands out in front of you, interlace the hands, flip the palms. Think of a cat back, roll through the spine, look down towards the belly. And then come back to your neutral position. Take the fingertips behind you, lift the chest. And then flow through this a few times. Rock back. Rock forward, lift the chest. Rock back, interlace the hands. And rock forward, lift the chest. Back to neutral. Come over to all fours. Place the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. And do cat and cow. So we'll see this a lot today, just repeating the same little flow back and forth for a couple of breaths. We're not trying to link 5, 6, 7 poses, just a couple together, back and forth. Just as I asked us to find in our mindset a favorite place to be, I like to keep the movement simple enough, just a few linked postures, so that we can stay with that mindset of being positive, being full from a place that we really love. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back. In this inverted V shape, bend your knees and pedal your feet back and forth. Walk the dog, if you will. And you can do this faster or slower, just kind of keep the movement going. We'll call this movement, this flow today, dynamic breath, dynamic stretch, all interlaced together. All right. Bend your knees and walk your hands backwards to your feet. Like a rag doll, hang over your legs. Keep some bend in your knees. Let your head, arms, upper body totally relax over here. And then a little flow or a little movement from side to side. Was your favorite place by the ocean, by the water? Feel the flow here. Slowly roll up to standing. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple of times. And roll the shoulders forward and down a couple of times. Have the feet now about hip distance apart. Reach one arm up to the sky and tilt over to the side. Maybe you thought of the mountains. This is a little bit of a tilted mountain here. And then you come back to the center, arms down by your side in mountain pose where you are still and calm. And we know that mountains don't always stay still and calm. Stretch over to the other side, give it the little sway, the movement. But even as we think of the steadiness of a mountain, there is change. There is flow. Come back to the center. Arms down by your side. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees enough to touch the ground. And then walk your hands forward until you're in downward facing dog. Once in downward facing dog, drop your knees down, all fours, and do a couple of rounds of cat and cow. I was getting ahead of myself because child's pose is next. Push your butt back towards your heels. Reach your arms out in front of you for child's pose. Walk your hands a little bit to the right. Walk your hands to the center. Walk your hands to the left. Back to the center, all fours through cat and cow. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees to walk your hands backwards to the feet. Come halfway up. Fold all the way over. Stand up, arms to the sky. And then down by your side. We'll take this 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands forward to downward facing dog. And then all fours through cat and cow. Child's pose. Walk the hands to the right. Walk the hands across the center, over to the left. Through the center, through all fours, cat and cow. We go back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Come up halfway. Forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. And down by your side. We're getting the hang of the flow, right? Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Walk it out, downward facing dog. Give yourself a breath, a stretch here. And then change to cat and cow. Push back to child's pose. Hands a little bit to the right. Hands across the center to go a little bit to the left. Come back to the middle, cat and cow. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees to walk the hands backwards to the feet. Come up, arms to the sky. And drop the arms down by your side. Take your feet now as wide as your yoga mat. Turn the toes out just a little bit. So maybe your toes are hanging off of your mat, but keeping the heels on the mat. Lean over to one side, little bend in the standing leg, and extend the arms out. Star pose. If you need this little tap for balance, take the foot down. If you can hold it up, hold it up. Go for 2 straight legs. Keep expanding. Down through your center, set the feet, second side. Let the leg lift. Tap it down, keep it down, or try it again. Extend. And right back through your center. We do this one more time to the first side. This is our balance series here. Star pose, taking the back leg lifted or just the tap against the ground. And again, through the middle. Over to the second side. Does the foot stay up? Does it want to tap? Keep playing with the balance. And right down through your center. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale to a squat. As you squat down, knees turn out over the center of the feet. Drop the hips only as low as the feet can stay flat. Ready? Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lower, squat. We're moving through the poses today. Stand up again. And exhale, squat. We get that dynamic movement. Changing the pose with the change in the breath. Come back upright and have the feet in. Give everything a little bit of a shake. Nice. Stand up at the front end of your yoga mat here. Keep the right foot forward and step your left foot back. Little bend in the front knee. Watch that it's still over the second and third toes. And then go for a little bit of a longer stride. Keep the hips square, the shoulders square to the front. Once we find our full range, arms up to the sky. And the movement here, inhale, arms go down, work to straighten the front leg. Exhale and bend. We'll do it a couple more times. Inhale, straighten and lower the arms. Exhale, bend the front knee, sit into your lunge. And again, inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. Similar, but an open hip position. Drop the back heel down, extend the arms out in either direction, and look over the front fingertips. And then here again, lower the arms, straighten the front leg. And exhale, back into it. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Lower both hands either side of the front foot and drop the back knee all the way down to the mat. You can untuck the back toes and have a flat foot, or keep the toes tucked underneath. I'm going to keep the tuck of the toe since I'm on a harder surface outside. That feels better to me. Just take in what works for you. Hands up to your front thigh, feel lifted in the chest. We want to get out of the hips a little bit here so that we're strong in the core, open across the shoulders. Arms up to the sky. This time we're adding a twist across the front side of the body and arms back up. Twist across the front side of the body. Bring the arms back up and overhead. And one more time, add the twist and back up. Lower both hands down. Step all the way forward. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Same lunge series on the second side. So if you keep the left foot forward, step the right foot back. And again, it can be a short stance to get the formation started for us, about hip distance apart, knee over that front ankle, and then slowly working your way into your full stride. We want to set ourselves up here for the best success of this pose. We're thinking of our favorite place. Our best success comes along with each breath. Here we are. Straighten the leg, arms down, and exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. There's little wobbles and bobbles, and the balance, it's totally normal, just taking it all in stride. Even on those favorite locations and places on vacation, right? We still have